I like a little bit of a cozy vibe, so we have a candle, block out my time, work from a list. So that is when the to-do list will come into play for me. My favorite hour of the week. So let's jump into it. Hey guys, Charlani here. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Thought I'd bring you along with me as we plan out for the week ahead. Truly believe that if you create a game plan and structure out your week in a way that you know what's going on, you know where you need to be and when you need to be there, makes for a much less stressed, more productive week. So I have my weekly planner page that we are going to fill out together. I'll show you exactly how I use it. I'm surrounded by some of my favorite things. I like a little bit of a cozy vibe. So we have a candle. I've got my pens here. I also have some water because this is going to take a few minutes. I also have my calendar, which is really important because the way I like to structure out my day is I like to block out my time and then I work from a list. So it kind of all starts with your calendar. And this is just an annual calendar. I picked it up at Staples. It is super simple. Like it just looks like this, right? It is literally just a 12-month calendar. I get this every single year. It is plain and it is small. Like it's smaller than an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So I have a calendar that I put everything in, like every appointment that I have, birth dates, like important dates always go into my calendar. Now I am a paper planner, so everything I do when it comes to scheduling and all that, I do on paper. You absolutely can do this electronically. There are so many different apps. Google Calendar, which I do use, by the way, for those dates that you know, like the annual dates, the birth dates, the annual appointments, things like that. You absolutely can, because then you'll have it like at the touch of your fingertips, right? In case you don't have your planner or your calendars along with you. But even if I put something electronically into an app or whatever, I always make sure that I end up writing it down and putting it into my planner or into my calendar. Because here's the thing, I truly believe that when you physically write something out, it just kind of like gets ingrained into your brain just a little bit more. I think it's important, and for me it absolutely helps me to remember things. Now, like I said before, I like to block out my time and then I like to work from a list. So what I do is I get my week scheduled out, and then for that next day, I complete my to-do list to make sure that we don't forget anything. We prioritize what needs to get done, all that good stuff. And these are, it is literally my favorite hour of the week. So let's jump into it. I first referenced my monthly calendar and I added any important happenings for the week, like birthdays, meetings, appointments. So for example, if it's a birthday or just a special day and it's not something that needs to be added into a time block, I just make a note so that I don't forget it throughout the day. In my planner, I have a section right at the top of my blocks of time where I add information like that. And unless I add something like a meeting or an appointment for the week ahead, or we decide to go on a date night, I only refer to my monthly calendar once a week. And if I'm adding something within the current week, I add it to my weekly calendar so that I don't forget it. And then I block out time for my remaining weekly things, the things that I know are planned or scheduled. So for example, my morning routine is always at the same time, so I can block out that time. I go live over my husband's YouTube channel every Wednesday and Friday night, so I know that those blocks of time are already accounted for. And when you look at your day within these blocks of time, you're gonna see where you have holes that you can fill in, or you'll realize that you might have some conflicting appointments and you can deal with them ahead of time before you find yourself in a situation the day of. So I've got most of my week scheduled out. What I do is I will go in and I'll just block out my time. I know that every morning between 7 and 8 o'clock, I am going to do my morning happy hour, which is just basically my morning routine, and I get my 30-minute workout in. So I block that out every single day. Now, the beautiful thing about blocking out your time like this is that if you have an appointment on a specific day, I write out any appointments that I might have. I don't have any this upcoming week, so I didn't have to worry about anything here. But let's just say I had an appointment at 9 a.m. I would block out that time here, and I would know that I'd probably want to wake up an hour earlier because I wouldn't have enough time to get my morning stuff done before I had to head out of the house. So that is one of the, there are a bazillion reasons to block out your time, but that is one of them because you can kind of see your schedule at a glance, and I love that. Absolutely helps making planning your weeks out a lot easier. So I have gone in and all of the things that I know, like where I need to be, what time I need to be there, I block all of that out, and then I just put a line through. Like I know that on Tuesdays, that is my filming day. I know on Wednesdays, that is my editing day. And everything I do is going to be between those hours right here. Now I'm blocking out my time, but obviously there's a lot of like little things you need to do throughout the day, right? So that is when the to-do list will come into play for me. Usually by the end of a day, it kind of looks like that. There's a whole lot written on it, but this is where you kind of start your planning so that you can have a really productive week. So I always just block out my time here, and then I add things onto my to-do list that are priorities for that day. Now down here, this is one of my favorite areas because this is where you're going to keep track of all of your daily tasks. So there's a lot of things that you need to do throughout your day. This is going to be different for everybody, which is why it is blank. You write in whatever it is that you need to do every single day, and then you can keep track every single day to make sure that you've gotten it done. So for example, if you're starting a new routine, let's say you want to drink 100 ounces of water every single day. One of your daily tasks can be, I'm going to drink 100 ounces of water every day. And when you get that done, you get to check it off. Now, what I have is you go down and you'll see there's a goal. So how many days of the week do you want to drink 100 ounces of water? And you would put your goal as 7. Then at the end of the week, you can tally up however many check marks you have, and then you'll have a really good idea and can base whether or not you've had a productive week. So this is just what kind of keeps you on track with your daily tasks. Now, daily tasks are the things that you want to get done every single day. Your daily to-do list is something that is going to kind of swap things in and out throughout the week. So this is going to change every single day, but your daily tasks are what you want to get done every single day throughout the whole entire week. I like to think of this like a scorecard. This is perfect for creating new routines too. And the accountability comes when you have to check it off each day, because at the end of the week, you're going to be able to look back and know exactly how you did. So let's say you're wanting to not hit snooze 5 days this week. you're gonna write in no snooze, and then you're gonna set your goal to be 5. And each morning when you don't hit that snooze, you get to check off that box. Now, this is not a concept that I made up. I've tweaked it up so that it's super simple, easy to follow, but it's something that has absolutely been a huge game changer for me over the years, especially when it comes to creating routine and habits. I've also included 3 goal setting sections on my planner page because your goals should always be front and center and top of mind. And just like that, we are all planned out for the rest of the week. Now, what I've been doing is I will actually write out my to-do list during my morning happy hour. It just kind of settles my mind and lets me know that we've got the day prioritized. I've gone in and I've looked at my schedule. I'll do another video at some point about my morning happy hour and kind of what I do in that process, but this feels really good. Our week is all planned out to be as productive as we can possibly make it. Now listen, just a couple of really quick tips. Number 1, if you have a planner and it doesn't need to be anything fancy, whip it out, use it. Get into the habit of checking it often. And if you need a planner, I have one. So if you want to print something out right this very minute, you can hop on over to my Etsy shop. I will link it down below for you because you can actually use this exact planner page. It's just a couple of bucks. You can download it, print it out, and you can plan out for the rest of your week too. I actually have left the side blank so you could start any day of the week. This works for anybody's schedule. So give it a try if you want to try my planner. It's absolutely available for you. I also have my to-do list. That downloadable is there too, so you can print both of those out and you can plan your weeks the way that I plan mine. So I hope that this was helpful. And like I said, if you have a planner, bring it out. If you're like, you know what, I've purchased 5 million planners and none of them work for me. Well, the reason they don't work for you is most likely because number 1, it's not structured in a way that makes a productive day for you. Number 2, you don't look at it often. And listen, that's a habit. That is something that you need to incorporate into your daily routine, your daily systems. It will take time, but once you do it every day and you make a point to do it and you stay focused on getting things done, it will become your habit, just like it is mine. So the other thing is, if you want to plan with me this upcoming week, so I guess depending on when you watch this video, on Saturday, April 1st at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, I'm actually going to be going live right here in YouTube, and I am going to plan out the following week with you. So if you want to know all the things, all of my secrets, how I use these bottom grids right here, what my daily tasks are, how I block out my time, and just general tips and tricks about time management, whether or not you are a busy mom, a stay-at-home mom, an entrepreneur, someone who works outside of your home, and you have kids to take here and there and all the extracurriculars. I have lived that life. I know exactly what that is all about. So we can talk about all of those things. So I will be live on Saturday. In the meantime, pull out the planners that you have or download this sheet right here. Download your daily to-do list as well and get going and have the most productive days ever. All right, guys, I hope this has helped. If you have specific questions that you want me to answer on Saturday, put them in the comments below and I'll make sure that I get them answered. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.